Hey everybody, Jeff here, and today I'm ranking every agent from totally good to totally evil here in Valorant. I had an extremely hard time making this list because on the surface, most agents on the protocol are good, but have done maybe one thing in their past, whether it was on purpose or on accident, that affects their placement on this ranking. Also, I hate doing this because I feel like it's kind of begging, but only about 12% of you lovely people are subscribed that watch my videos. So just a friendly reminder that if you do enjoy my content, it would help the channel out so much by just subscribing. Thank you. Well, everyone, let's start this list off by the agents I think are totally good, then work our way to the agents that are totally evil at the end of the video. Starting us off in today's video is going to be Sage. The reason why I put Sage as the most pure agent is because she honestly is. She has never done anything that we know of to intentionally hurt or spite anyone. She uses her powers for good by healing and giving people a second chance at life. She's a strong and great leader and commands the attention when entering a room. I thought this was a pretty easy pick for me. Up next is someone who might surprise you guys, but I thought I'd put KO in at number 2. Besides being sassy, I don't think that evil is programmed anywhere inside of him. If anything, any evil programming is to kill evil radiance, which in his timeline, he did exactly that. He did probably the most heroic thing in Valorant's lore so far by saving his Earth from rogue radiance. Overall, I think that unless a glitch happens in his system, I don't even think KO has evil tendencies. What do you guys think? Moving on to number 3, we have Neon. I put Neon here because she just seems like such a good soul so far. I know she's new to the protocol and only time will tell of her true nature, but I've only seen good come from her. She may be sassy sometimes like KO, but she immediately bonded with some of the other agents like Jet and Sage featured on Valorant's Twitter page. I mean, come on, how evil can someone be when they have a stuffed animal they love called Squish Squish? Next up at number 4 will be Astra. Now, I have Astra here for a couple of reasons. 1, she hasn't done anything that we know of to really harm anyone. 2, she is powerful and has extensive knowledge of the cosmos and spends a good chunk of her time maintaining it. And 3, she has such a spunky and hilarious personality, always hyping everyone up. I don't think there's any malice in Astra's heart at all, really. Up next at number 5 is Brimstone, the founder of the Valorant protocol. Now, you may be wondering why he's slightly high up on the list, and I think the only reason for that is his tight connections with the Kingdom, and sometimes he withholds information from the agents he leads. We know that Kingdom has a bad reputation for not being good people, and having someone be so closely affiliated with that isn't the best thing ever. Also, I'm sure that there are plenty of agents on the protocol that are unaware about the secret mission on traveling to Mirror Earth. Now, as a leader, I know it's sometimes smart to not tell the people under you everything, but yeah, I just thought this was a nice spot for Brim. Up next, number 6 is going to be Killjoy. Now, we know Killjoy has a lot of good in her heart with all the interactions with other agents and how she went out of her way to buy Neon a Squish Squish gift to make her feel welcomed when joining the protocol. Yes, sometimes her gadgets malfunction and may cause harm, but I don't think that means she's quote-unquote bad. But yeah, that's the only reason why she isn't lower on the list, is because it's been hinted at that the machines Killjoy has made have done some bad in the past, whether intentional or on accident. Up next, number 7 is going to be Skye. Now, I don't have really anything negative to say about Skye. She does come across as semi-aggressive sometimes, but we don't really know a ton about her character. She hasn't really done anything bad that I know of, and she's done a lot of good by helping animals and the environment. So I thought that this would be a good place to put Skye. Almost halfway, and we find ourselves at number 8 with Sova. The only reason why Sova is here at number 8 and not somewhere near like 4 or 5 is because he does have that one experience where he saw his mirror double and let him go off instead of, well, killing him. Now, that could be taken 2 ways. On one side, it's a good example of his morality with not killing someone just because he's told to and showing some mercy. While on the other side, it says it's a severe lapse in judgment because Mirror Earth are the enemies after all, and specifically the Mirror Valorant protocol are the ones stealing the Radiant. So for only that reason, I put him here at number 8. Besides that, he is a great guy who is very honorable. Halfway done with our list, and we have Omen coming in at number 9. I don't think Omen is evil by any stretch of the imagination, but I also don't think he's a saint too. He does spread fear and pain to his enemies, mostly because of the situation he was put in. Honestly, I had the hardest time with Omen, like I really did. Where would you guys place Omen? I eventually landed here at number 9 because I was honestly lost with him. Well, coming in at number 10 is another agent I had a hard time with, and that's going to be Yoru. Now that we're on the evil side of the list, that's getting closer and closer to the totally evil, you may start thinking that every agent on this half is evil, and that just isn't true. Like Yoru, for example. Yeah, he's kind of a dick sometimes to his teammates and is very arrogant and full of himself, but he's also got a soft spot with attempting to discover the links of his past ancestors and the secrets of his mask. I don't think he's as much evil as he is a person who likes to be solo. Yeah, he gets along sometimes with other agents, but most of the time I feel like he just likes to keep to himself. Definitely nowhere near evil, but compared to the agents below him, I feel like this is a fair place to put him. At number 11 and 12, we have a pair of agents that are great people with hilarious personalities, but have caused disasters unintentionally with their powers. Those people are Jet and Phoenix. Now, I know that they shouldn't be placed this far up on the list of quote-unquote totally evil, as they really are both kind radiants and a pleasure to be around, but they also both cause disasters while learning how to use and control their powers. So I had to take that into consideration when comparing against the other agents that have yet to harm innocent people intentionally or unintentionally, like Jet and Phoenix. Now, we don't know if anyone got hurt in those accidents, but at the very least, buildings got destroyed. So yeah, you may not agree with their spot on this list, and that's okay, but I felt like this is where I had to put them. Coming up at number 13 and only 5 spots away from the end is going to be Raze. Now, I know Raze isn't evil, but she is a criminal. I mean, when no other agents that I've talked about so far in the video have a criminal background, I was kind of forced to put Raze this high up. Even though she has such a warm and bubbly personality and gets along great with everyone, you just can't ignore the fact she broke the law and stole many times in the past. We're getting closer and closer to the end as we get to number 14, who happens to be Cypher. Now, I know a lot of you Cypher mains are going to defend him for me putting him this high up on the list, but let me explain. He knowingly will invade people's privacy with planting audio devices on them, filming them, going through all their private information, and wiping away criminal records when he wants to. I know he had a rough life and awful things have happened to him, but come on, like, he's done some pretty shady things, like withholding information from Omen about what happened to him or how to possibly fix him, but not telling him until Omen pays up the massive price he set. That's kind of evil if you ask me. So yeah, I think Cypher belongs here at number 14. Coming in at number 15 though is going to be Breach. Now, just like Raze, Breach lived a life of a criminal, stealing from businesses, and confirms to have done terrible things in his past life of crime. Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy one for me, to be honest. I don't think he's like evil as the next agent coming up, but when you live a life of crime, it's hard to place him any lower on the list, to be honest. Now, coming in at number 16 is going to be someone who might surprise you guys, who isn't the most evil person in Valorant, and that's going to be Reyna. Now, let me read you an amazing comment I got the other day that really opened up my eyes and made me remember that Reyna isn't as evil as everyone makes her out to be. All right, this is the comment. I pretty much agree with the list, with the exception I wish people would jump off this idea train that Reyna is pure evil. We're living in this age where characters are highly more complex than the cookie cutter stereotypes, and we have a lot of evidence that Reyna is more anti-hero like Magneto than a direct villain in the franchise. We know that Radiants after the First Light were not initially accepted into society. They eventually were. So to be frank, we really have no idea if Reyna has cause for being the way she is. She mentions this world hurt her in the past. Humans could have been extremely shitty to Radiants at the start. She legitimately could have concerns for that not happening again. For her, for Radiance, and for the city that she mentions. And saying she enjoys killing people is a really weak ass excuse. Most of the VP agents seem to be into it, Viper being another big one. Omen competes with Reyna even, and so does Yoru with Phoenix over kills. It's not a good indicator. They're agents. Killing is part of the job. Some will undoubtedly be more into it than others, and you'll find that realistically in any Black Ops group. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Reyna is a saint. She's not, but I also don't think and Kingdom themselves are like very good people either. Valorant is not full of black and white characters and corporations, which is just where I take issue, end quote. Thank you Once Upon a Game Master for reminding me that this earth has hurt Reyna in the past. Valorant's lore and characters are way more complex than your typical bad versus good, and you're right. Yeah, Reyna isn't a saint, but she may have some good reasons why she's acting the way she has been lately. So yeah, what do you guys think about that take? But moving on, as who I believe to be the second most evil person on the Valorant protocol is going to be Viper. Now, I know Viper helped create the protocol and has been actively recruiting agents since then, but once again, I stand by my decision that Viper is seriously messed up in the head. Every agent recognizes it, that Viper's mentality is unstable and full of hate. Her experiments are likely unethical. Her toxins are what I believe to be inhumane ways of fighting in combat, cough cough Geneva Convention, and it looks like she genuinely enjoys killing people and makes fun of them as she does it. Yeah, she has redeeming qualities that would make her seem semi-normal, but overall, I think she's just got some serious mad scientist vibes, and we all know that some of the most evil people in human history did things for experimentations. All right, but coming in at number 18, and the most evil agent in Valorant is going to be Chamber. I'm sure you guys saw this one coming. He literally destroyed a Ray-Down Collider that was meant to help Mirror Earth regain their energy demands and really save them from extinction. Not only did a bunch of innocent scientists die during the catastrophe, but he may have just doomed all of Mirror Earth, which will likely ramp up the attacks on Earth 1 to save themselves. He does things to fuel wars to likely sell weapons, as he is a weapons dealer, which is pure evil if you think about it. Having people die just to get richer? Nah, fam. Chamber is evil 100%. He'd have to do something honestly amazing and truly heroic to ever change my mind. Well, everyone, what do you think about this list? Do you like this style of video? Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. Now, with all that being said, Jeppy out.